So hello everyone, my name is Sarthak and today we'll discuss about MOSFET as a switch. So as we know, all the microprocessor and all the chips are built up of millions of transistors, or we call MOSFET. So MOSFET is a metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Okay, so if I talk about the basic symbol of MOSFET, so this is the symbol. So we have three terminals like gate, drain and source. So these are the three lumped elements we have. Okay, so second point is switch. So if I talk about the general switch that we have already used in day-to-day life, a mechanical switch. So we have 5 volt, then the ground and a control switch. So and this is the resistor that we have. So this is the control switch or mechanical switch that I have. If we force on the switch, then the circuit will be closed and I will get the output here 5 volt. A simple switch. So we all know the working exactly. So if I replaced this through the black box, now we have a simple black box and a control terminal and the R. This is the 5 volt. So this is also a switch. So similarly that I have a simple on off switch. Now I replace with the black box. Now again what I have to do now, I will replace the black box through the simple MOSFET. Like this one. I have drain, I have source, or I have a controlled unit or gate. Just for the basic understanding. Right now I'm just talking about the ideal condition. I'm not talking about the WL, I'm not talking about the RDS value, nothing. All the just consider all the ideal state we have. So just to understand the basic functionality and how MOSFET work as a switch. Okay, so this is the point. Now, to understand the working, we have to consider two cases. The first case, gate voltage must be greater than VTH, and the second point, gate voltage less than VTH. So we have only 2 points. Based on these 2 points, we will find out how MOSFET is work as a switch. Okay, so let's start. First, we will cover this point, the second one that I have written. So to understand the working, I have to make 2-port network through the MOSFET. Okay. So this is, I have MOSFET, this is drain, this is source, this is gate, and I will apply a positive voltage VDS between the drain and source. So this is one network, this is one port, and this is one port. So this is VGS. Okay, so now we can say that yeah, it's a 2-port network. So one port is a pair of terminal, right? As simple as that. Okay, so the first condition is our gate voltage or VGS voltage is less than VTH. What does it mean? It means this is drain, this is source, this is gate, and this will be the open. Now our circuit is open. What if circuit is open? Then output will be 0. We have no current. ID is equal to 0. Then what is ID? ID is this, IDS. This is the ID. So ID current will be 0. The direction is drain to source, and that will be 0 in case VGS less than VTH, because our circuit will be open. And G. We have one more thing, that IG. IG is the gate current value that will be 0 in every case. So don't forget that. because this is the open. We have a isolation layer or oxide layer SiO2. So because of this we can say that gate current will be 0 in every condition. So it is 0, ID will be 0 when VGS is less than VTH. Now move to the second condition. When VGS is greater than VTH. VGS is now greater than VTH. Then what will happen? Now this will be the condition. Now our circuit will be short. And everybody knows if circuit is closed, or sorry, the circuit is short, then IDS will not be equal to 0 anymore. This is the point. Now IDS is not be 0 anymore, it can be anything. It can be anything based on the input values, right? So to understand more further, we have to plot a graph between VDS and IDS to understand the things. Okay, so let's remove all the things what I have written. So I am just plotting a graph between VDS and IDS, which is a function of gate voltage. Exactly a gate voltage, because we have used two conditions. The first one, I am writing here, the first one, VGS is less than VTH. So what was the condition? When VGS was less than VTH, our gate, not the gate voltage is always a 0 voltage, doesn't matter. Then our VDS is 0. So what will be the plot? It is like this. Doesn't matter what is the VDS value, because circuit is open in this case. So if I applied a 1000 volt, doesn't matter, the output voltage or VDS current is 0 at every cost. Now move to the second point. VGS is greater than VTH. In this case, short. Our circuit becomes short. Then this is the point. And now we can see VDS is 0. Why? Because of this point. Short means VDS will be 0. The gate voltage is exactly same as the drain voltage is exactly same as the source voltage. So VD is equal to VS, that's why VDS is equal to 0. So this is the point. So we can say that, yeah, this is the power plot, not the power plot, this is the characterization, and I have plotted the graph between VDS to IDS, and VG is the function of this plot. So this is the basic working, how MOSFET work as a switch, and right now I am just talking about all the ideal condition. As you remember, this plot is very similar to the ideal diode. If you remember, what is the ideal diode? This one. In the forward, in the reverse bias, current is 0. I am talking about ideal condition. In the reverse bias, it is 0, and once it is forward bias, this is the current value, right? This is the current value. This is the input voltage. So this is the reverse bias, and this is the forward bias condition. It is similar to this one, just for the understanding. Okay. Why? Because I am not talking about the MOSFET other parameter like W, width, length, what is the RDS value, right? And I'm not talking about other, lots of complication is there in the MOSFET, so I'm just ignoring all the things, and I just made the ideal condition to plot that graph. So thank you guys, this is the lecture, all the things I've covered. Okay, then thank you.